Hello everyone. So today you are going to learn about verbs. You must have learned it earlier also in your previous classes. But today you are going to learn something more about it.
So let's start with our topic verbs. So what are verbs? Verbs are doing words. A verb shows an action. A verb always has a subject. Means that verbs are the words which shows an action and it always has a subject. For example, Rahul speaks English. Here Rahul is the subject and what Rahul does? He speaks English. So here the word speaks is the verb. Therefore we can say that verbs are words that tell us what a subject does or is. Means it tells us about the action of the subject. Let's take some more examples. First is he plays football. Here the word plays is showing an action. It is an action word, so it's a verb. Second, Mr. Gupta is a cashier. Here the word is showing the state of being. It's talking about Mr. Gupta who is a cashier. So the word is verb here. So we can say that a word that denotes an action or a state of being is called a verb. Let's start with some more examples. The dog ran across the yard. She left in a hurry. She yelled when she hit her toe. The cat sat by the window. I will play this song on my guitar. Here the words ran, left, yelled, hit, sat, play are the verbs. Now look at some state of being verbs. The flowers are bright. Diamond is the hardest substance. I feel scared. So in these sentences the words are, is, feel are the state of being verbs. Now we'll look at the classification of verbs or the types of verb. The verbs are classified into two categories. First is principal verb or the main verb. Second category is auxiliary verbs or the helping verbs. The principal verbs or the main verbs or action verbs are used to express action, something that an animal, a person or a thing does. In short, the main verbs or action verbs are the words which show some action. For example, the sun shines, the horse neighs, the monkey jumps. Here the words shines, neighs, jumps are the action words or the main verbs. These are some more examples of action verbs or main verbs. Anthony is throwing the football. She accepted the job offer. He thought about his stupid mistake in the test. John visited his friend for a while and then went home. Here the words throwing, accepted, thought and visited are the action verbs or the main verbs. Now action verbs are further divided into two categories. They are transitive verbs and intransitive verbs. Now what are transitive verbs? A transitive verb expresses an action directed towards a person, place or thing. The action expressed by a transitive verb passes from the doer or the subject to the receiver of the action or the object. The words that receive the action of a transitive verb are called objects. For example, the teacher made the question paper. Peter cut the cake. In the above two sentences, we can see that the words in green color, the question paper and the cake, complete the sense of the sentence or work as objects. Means these are the objects, the question paper and the cake. The two sentences would not make complete sentence without the objects. Say if we say the teacher made what? The question paper. Peter cut what? The cake. So the question paper and the cake are the objects. In the above sentences, the verbs made and cut are transitive verbs. A transitive verb needs a direct object to complete its meaning. Means without an object, a transitive words cannot be completed. Now look at some more examples of transitive verbs. Birds have feathers. The teacher praised the pupil. She is eating a pear. I like English. They are playing football. The potter has made a beautiful pot. Dennis bought a bicycle. She is writing an essay. Here the words in the red color are the transitive verbs like have, praised, is eating, like, are playing, has made, bought, is writing. Next is intransitive verbs. Intransitive verb is a verb which does not need an object to make complete sense, is called an intransitive verb. An intransitive verb expresses action without the action passing to a receiver or object. It can stand alone in the predicate because its meaning is complete. So this means that an intransitive verb does not need an object. In a sentence, the intransitive verb doesn't need any object to complete its sense. Like here you can see in the examples, Mr. Becker jogs every day. The wicked hunter was hiding. Annie looks very beautiful. Mr. John speaks loudly. The ship sank rapidly. The department store opens at 6 o'clock. Here the words jogs, was hiding, looks, speaks, sank, opens are the intransitive verbs, and here you will see that in these sentences there is no object, but still the sentence is making a sense, means its meaning is complete without an object. So this is about the intransitive verbs. Now the next category of the verbs is the auxiliary verbs or the helping verbs. As the name suggests, helping verbs help or support the main verbs. There are different kinds of auxiliary verbs like be, do, have, modals and semi-modals. In those we have different categories, like in be we have is, are, am, was, were. In do we have do, does, did. In have we have has, have, had. Under modals we have can, could, may, might, will, would, shall, should, must. In semi-modals we have dare, need, ought to, used to. Now as the name suggests, what are helping verbs? Helping verbs help or support the main verbs. Means without a helping verb, the main verb is not complete or we cannot complete a sentence. Like for example, we are learning about helping verbs. This is a sentence. Here the helping verb is are and main verb is learning. In the next sentence, we are in the greenhouse club. Here helping verb is are. Third example is you should complete the work by tomorrow. Here, should is the helping verb and complete is the main verb. Now here you can see that the helping verb is helping or supporting the main verbs. So we can say that a helping verb helps a main verb and the helping verb comes before the main verb. Now look at some more examples. Alex is going to school. They are walking in the park. I have seen a movie. Do you drink tea? Don't waste your time. Please do submit your assignments. Here the words is, are, have, do, don't, do. All these are the helping verbs. And you can also see that the helping verb is coming before the main verb. Like in the first sentence, going is the main verb and is the helping verb. In the second sentence, walking is the main verb and are is the helping verb. Next, I have seen a movie. Seen is the main verb, have is the helping verb. Fourth, do you drink tea? Here drink is the main verb, do is the helping verb. Next, don't waste your time. Waste is the main verb, don't is the helping verb. In the same way, the last sentence, please do submit your assignments. Here submit is the main verb and do is the helping verb. So in all these sentences, you can see that helping verb is coming before the main verb. Now the next category we have is modal verbs. A modal verb is a kind of an auxiliary verb. It assists the main verb to indicate possibility, potentiality, ability, permission, expectation and obligation. We can also say that modal verbs are used before ordinary verbs and express meanings such as permission, possibility, certainty, necessity, etc. in a sentence. The words which are the modal verbs are can, could, must, may, might, ought to, shall, should, will and would. Another category in the modal verbs we have semi-modals. The semi-modal verbs can be used as both a main verb or a modal in a sentence. Now look at some examples of the modal verbs. I may want to talk to you again. They must play their best game to win. They should call him. I will go there. Here the words may, must, should, will are the modal verbs. So this is all about verbs. I hope you have liked the video and understood the topic as well. Thank you.